business up at the house. Thought I'd pay you a call. Got a gun, I see.
Good one. 45.
What do you do with that?
Shoot things.
Oh. Now, that there paint picture on the wall, that's a naked woman, ain't it?
Your eyes don't lie to you.
We just sorry, Bob. She is naked as a jaybird. No, she got a couple of thingamabobs tied onto her there, I see.
That's not as good as this one here. Ain't got nothing to that one. Look at the one on the right.
Ooh-wee! I go blind. That'd give me eyes, that would.
Yeah, that's a dinger, that is.
Yep, that sure is a dinger. That's some mighty fine rope you got here. It's nice. You know that Will Parker boy, he can sure spin a rope. Well, that's a sturdy hook you got up there too, Jud. You can hang yourself from that.
I could what?
Well, hang yourself. Why, it'd be easy. It's just falling off a log. Or, fact is, you could fall off a log. Or a chair, if you'd rather. Right about here. Then all you'd have to do is put this up around your neck. And, of course, you'd want to cinch her up tight on that hook up there first. Why, then it'd be just as easy as falling off that old log or chair, whichever you'd rather fall off of. A little luck, 5 minutes or less. Why, you'd be dead as a doornail.
What do you mean by that?
Then folks would come to your funeral and sing sad songs.
Yeah.
Oh, they would. You never know how many folks liking you until you're dead. I can just see it now. You'd be all decked out in your best Sunday suit, your hair all slickered down, and high starch collar.
Would there be any flowers, you think?
Oh, sure would. And palms, too. Why, they'd be all around your coffin. And then folks would gather up, and the men would bare their heads, and the women would be a sniffling softly. Some of them might even faint. The ones that took a shine to you when you was alive.
What woman would take a shot at me?
Oh, lots of women. Only they don't ever show it unless you're dead first.
I guess that's so.
But they sure would sing aloud when the singing started. They'd sing as though their hearts would break.
Poor Jud is dead, poor Jud Fry is dead. All gather round his coffin now and cry. He had a heart of gold, but he wasn't very old. Oh, why did such a feller have to die? Poor Jud is dead, poor Jud Fry is dead. He's looking oh so peaceful and serene.
And serene.
He's all laid out to rest, with his hands across his chest, and his fingernails have never been so clean. And then the preacher man, he'd get up and he'd say, folks, we're gathered here today to moan and groan over our brother Jud Fry, who hung himself up by a rope in a smokehouse. Then there'd be weeping and wailing from some of them women. And then he'd say, Jud was the most misunderstood man in the territory. People used to think he was a mean and ugly feller and a dirty skunk and an ornery pig stealer. But the folks that really knowed him knowed that beneath those two dirty shirts he always wore, there beat a heart as big as all outdoors.
As big as all outdoors.
Jud Fry loved his fellow man.
He loved his fellow man.
He loved the birds of the forest and the beasts of the fields. He loved the mice and the vermin in the barn, and he treated the rats like equals, which was right. But he loved the little children. He loved everybody and everything, only he never showed it, so nobody ever knowed it.
Poor Jud is dead. Poor Jud Fry is dead. His friends will weep and wail for miles around.
Miles around.
The daisies in the dell will give out at because poor Jud is underneath the ground.
Poor Jud is dead, a candle lights his head. He's laying in a coffin made of wood. And folks are feeling sad, 'cause they used to treat him bad. But now they know their friend is gone for good.
Poor Jud is dead, a candle lights his head. He's looking oh so pretty and so nice. He looks like he's asleep. It's a shame that he won't keep. But it's summer and we're running out of ice. Poor Jud, poor Jud.
Yes, sir. That'd be the way it'd be, all right. Sure, be an interesting funeral. We're gonna miss it.
Wouldn't want to miss it. Well, maybe you just might. Maybe you'll be first to go.
Maybe. See, where was it you worked at before you come here? It's up Quapaw, wasn't it?
Yeah. Before that, Tulsa. Lousy they was to me. Both of them. Always making out that they was better. Treated me like dirt.
And what'd you do? Get even?
Who said anything about getting even?
Oh, nobody. It's none of mine.
If there was any evening to be getting done, I'd know how to do it.
You would. With that?
Nah. There's safer ways than that if you use your brain. You remember that fire up at the Bartlett farm? Over by Sweetwater?
Oh, sure, dude. That's a terrible accident. Killed the mother, the father, and the dog.
That weren't no accident. The fella done told me that the hired hand was stuck on the Bartlett girl. Till he caught her in the hayloft with another fella.
And it's him that burned the place.
Huh? Took him weeks to save up all that kerosene binding it all at different times. Fella done told me, made out it was like it happened in Missouri, but I knowed all along it was the Bartlett farm. What a liar he was.
Kind of a murderer, too, wasn't he? Let's get some air here.
You never told me what business you have here. We ain't got no cattle for sale, there no cow pony. The oat crop's been spoke for.
You sure relieve my mind considerably.
There's only one other thing on this farm that you might want, and it better not be that.
But that's just what it is.
It better not be. You keep away from her, you hear?
You know, somebody ought to tell Lori what kind of a fellow you are. And for that matter, somebody ought to tell you once about yourself.
You better get out of here, Curly.
Fellow wouldn't feel very safe in here if he didn't know you. But I know you, Jud. In this country, there's two things you can do if you're a man. Live out of doors is one, and live in a hole is another. Now, I've been out in the brush somewhere many a time alongside my horse and heard a rattlesnake over in the woods. Rattle, 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 there he'd go. Somebody's coming, gonna step on me. See, get his old fangs already all full of poison. Curl up, wait. As long as you live in a hole, you need protection. But you can have muscles like iron, still be as weak as an empty bladder. Now, how'd you get to be the way you are anyway? Sitting in here thinking the way you're thinking and acting the way you're acting? Why don't you go outside and do something healthy once in a while instead of sitting in here all shut up and crawling in a festering? Well, you ought to feel better now. A little hard on the roof, though. I wish you'd let me show you something. You see that knot hole over there about the size of a dime winking at me? I just want to see if I can hit it. straight through. That touching. I knowed I could do it. You saw it too, didn't you? Somebody's coming, I spare.
Who fired off a gun? Was that you, Curley? Don't just sit there like a lummy. Answer me when you're spoke to.
Well, I shot once.
What are you shooting at?
Well, you see that knot hole over there about the size of a dime?
I see lots of knot holes.
Well, there's one of them.
Well, ain't you a pair of purty nothings? Picking at knot holes and scaring everybody to death. I ought to take a good Dutch rub to you and iron some of the craziness out of you. Nobody's hurt. Just a pair of fools swapping noises.
Pardon me, Miss Eller. Mind if I visit with you, gents? It's good to get away from the women for a while. Now that we're alone, I have a few parties. Private knickknacks, special for the menfolk.
I better get going. I gotta go pick up the Surrey I hired for tonight.
Who you think you're taking in that Surrey?
Aunt Eller. And Laurie, if she'll go with me.
She won't.
Maybe she will.
She better not. She made a promise to me. She better not break it.
Artful guard.
I don't want none of them. Ain't frog stickers.
You mean one of them long knives? What would you want with a thing like that?
I don't know. Kill a hog or a skunk. It's all the same, ain't it? I know what I'd wanted if you ain't got a frog sticker. Hey, you ever hear one of them things called the Little Wonder? It's this thing you hold up to your eyes to see pictures. Except that ain't all there is to it. No. There's a thing on there you touch, you know, it springs a sharp blade.
On a spring, eh?
And you say to the fellow, here, look at that. And when he's looking, you touch it. And out comes that blade. It's right about there. And there! Down you go!
A good joke to play on a friend. I don't handle things like that. Too dangerous. What I'd like to show you is my new shipment of artful guards.
I don't want none of them. Want real things. Won't give me a real woman.
What would you want with a real woman? Why, I'm having to trouble all accounts of a woman. They always make trouble. And you say you want one? Why? Look at you. You're free to come and go as you please. Got a nice cozy place here. Private. No artistic pictures, they don't talk back to you.
Sick of all them pictures.
So you're sick of them. Throw them away and buy some more. What can you do if you get sick of a woman? Nothing. You just keep getting sicker and sicker and sicker.
I made up my mind.
So you want a real woman, eh? You ever heard of Daid, Annie?
I don't want her.
I don't want her either, but I got her.
I don't want nothing from no peddler. Want real things. What am I doing in this lousy house? All festering and crawling like that feller said. What am I doing in this lousy smokehouse? The floor creaks, the door squeaks. There's a field mouse nibbling on a broom, and I sat by myself like a cobweb on a shelf, by myself in this lonely room. But when there's a moon in my window, and it slants down the beam across my bed, and the shadow of a tree starts dancing on the wall, and a dream starts dancing in my head, and all of the things that I wish for turn out like I want them to be, and I'm better than that smart Ellen Cowan who thinks he's better than me, and the girl that I want ain't afraid of my arms, as her own soft arms keep me warm, and her long yellow hair falls across my face just like the rain in a storm. mouse starts nibbling on a broom, and the sun flits my eyes. It was all a pack of lies. I awake in this lonely room. I ain't gonna dream about her arms no more. I ain't gonna leave her alone. Going outside, get myself a bride, get me a warm undercoat.